Hello, my name is Kiyo Hasegawa. Today I'm going to demonstrate how to make Nihonga paints by mixing mineral pigments with animal glue Nikawa. Since the mineral pigments has no adhesive property, Nikawa is used as a fixative to hold the mineral pigments on the surface of the paper. There are several types of Nikawa. This is called Shin Sanzenbon Nikawa. This is Tsubu Nikawa or Pearl Nikawa. These are made from collagen extracted from boiling animal skin and bones. When using this Nikawa, you need to dissolve it in water. If you have Nikawa solution that is already dissolved in liquid form, you can skip this part. To make Nikawa solutions, these are what you need: a solid Nikawa, a towel, a container that is heat resistant, a bigger pot or enamel bowl, an electric heater, a Nikawa spoon. This can be an ordinary spoon, a scale to measure by 1 gram, and water. Today I am going to use a piece of Shin Sanzenbon Nikawa, which is about 10 grams. This has to be broken into small pieces before using. Wrap it in a towel and snap it with your hands. Make sure that the fragments don't spread out of the towel because they are sharp. They might hurt you. Put the pieces in a container that is heat resistant because we are going to heat it later. If you are using Pearl Nikawa, it is sold in small pieces so you can directly put it in the container. Add water. There is no correct answer for the amount of water since it depends on how strong the painter wants the Nikawa to be. I usually add 100 cc per 10 grams of Nikawa. Soak the Nikawa for a few hours to soften it. By doing this, it will be much easier to dissolve. Softened Nikawa will look like this. Boil water in a pot or bowl. The best temperature is about 80 degrees Celsius. Put the container with softened Nikawa in hot water. If you have an electric heater, you can heat it while dissolving it. Doing this on gas stoves in your kitchen is okay, but you have to be careful not to boil the Nikawa solution. If you boil the Nikawa solution, the adhesiveness of the Nikawa will weaken. Stir the solution until it completely dissolves. Some people strain it with a tissue to remove the impurities at this point, but Nikawa in these days are clean enough, so you can skip this part. Nikawa solution is sensitive to temperature and spoils easily. When it is cold in winter, it will harden and become like jelly, so you have to heat it several times. If it is hot in summer, it will rotten in 2 or 3 days. You have to put it in the refrigerator after using it. You can tell when Nikawa is rotten by its smell. The adhesiveness also weakens as it gets old. When you stick your finger in the Nikawa solution, like this, you can see the difference. The old Nikawa is less stickier than the new one. Now the Nikawa solution is ready. Let's mix it with mineral pigments. What you need are Nikawa solution and a spoon, mineral pigments, plates which are called ezara. One color is dissolved on one plate. Simply white dishes are okay. Choose a size depending on how much amount of paint you want to use. a dispensing spoon, this can be any spoon, and water. It is better you use a dropper so you can adjust the amount of water. Put the pigments on your plate or ezara with a spoon. The amount of Nikawa solution differs from the size of the particles of mineral pigments. So I will demonstrate with two sizes of pigments. One is the finest, numbered byaku. One is coarse, number 5. I talked about the size of the particles in another video, so if you want to know about it, please check the video. Put some Nikawa with a spoon. To be fixed on paper properly, the coarser pigment needs a bit more Nikawa than the fine pigment. Too much Nikawa will lead to cracks when it is dried. Mix it with your finger well. We usually use the middle finger to dissolve the pigments. Add Nikawa if it is not enough. Then put some water in the dish. Mix it with your finger again. Then the paints are ready to paint. When putting the paints on your brush, scrape from the bottom of the ezara with your brush because the pigments tend to settle down at the bottom of the ezara. Nikawa solution becomes a strong glue agent after it is dried. After one color is properly dried and fixed on paper, you can paint another color on it. It is better to dry after each layer you paint. There is a merit of mineral pigments and Nikawa that you don't have to waste any pigments. There is a method called Nikawa nuki by dissolving Nikawa and separating it from pigments. After you finish painting, put hot boiled water in the ezara. Mix it a little with a brush. It's better to use an old brush since the brush might be ruined with hot water. Leave it for 1 or 2 minutes. Then the Nikawa and pigments will be separate. Just raise the water. And do this for 2 or 3 times. Leave it for a few days to dry. Then you will be able to use the pigments again. Mixing gofen or suhi enogu with Nikawa solution is different from mixing mineral pigments, so I will show you in another video. Thank you for watching and see you in another video.